What's happening, peoples? Wanted to come on today and give y'all a karate story. I know I talked about before how when I had my wisdom teeth surgery, how I didn't take any pain medicine, and here's why I don't do pain medicine like that. Well, one time when I was working out, had a good sparring session with one of my partners, and we just going through the thing. And during that sparring session, I rolled my foot. I rolled it real bad. And when adrenaline going, hey, when my adrenaline gets pumped, I don't feel anything. And you got adrenaline going, excitement going, so hey, I'm not really thinking about what just happened. I felt it when I did it, but it wasn't that big a deal at the time. Right. So after our sparring session was over with, and I was like, all right, let me, change out and everything. I felt my foot just pulsating. Like it was, I felt it, right? So while I felt my foot just like about pulsating, it started swelling up. Like right then and there, started swelling up. Now it probably was swelling up before I noticed it, but when I did, I it's like I could see my foot getting ballooning up, right? So I'm like, oh, crap, I gotta go. I gotta go to the doctor for this. So I go to stand up, and I realize I can't put that much weight on my foot. I'm like, ooh, oh, this really hurt. I was like, I hope I didn't break anything. That's how bad it hurt. I'm like, man, I hope I didn't break anything. Again, that wasn't the worst pain I felt, but the fact that I couldn't put my body weight on my foot, that was concerning for me. And so when I made it to the car, I limped my way to my car, managed to get to the hospital, managed, drive to the doctor and everything. And once I got to the doctor, he did X-ray and all that jazz. And they say it's not broken, but it is a really bad sprain. I'm like, man, sucks. So, it is what it is. Injuries happen. But it's a really bad sprain. And they gave me his prescription, like ibuprofen. And his doctor was like, oh, I can give you a prescription of Percocet. And so I'd say, okay, I'll get the prescription filled or whatever. And it's like, what did you have? He said, did I have a ride home? I'm like, no, I drove myself here. He's like, okay. He's like, I would normally advise you to get the Percocet, get the prescription filled, on your way home, which why I even called into the pharmacy. But he was like, I also have one here too, if you would like to take it. He asked me how far I live. I told him about not 20, 25 minutes away from the hospital. He was like, it shouldn't kick in until then. So I don't know if I don't know if I was supposed to get it or not before I left or what, but I did. So I took the Percocet before I left the doctor, and I'm driving home. I'm fine, no big deal. I get home. Now, granted, I was at the doctor. It's like this like gotta be. I didn't go to the doctor until around like 9:30 at night. I didn't get home till like after 1. So that doctor's office. I didn't get home till after 1. Right, I had taken that Percocet, and I remember just being up for about 40 more minutes because, like, man, my foot was still hurting. And when I woke up, I don't remember falling asleep. I don't remember anything like that. But I do remember when I woke up, I was so nauseous. I was so nauseous. I've never been that nauseous in my life. And I knew it was definitely because of the medicine. And I know that is a side effect of it, can cause nausea. And especially if, hadn't not eaten anything. I just worked out. And I didn't eat anything. I just went home and went straight to bed. And that nausea I felt has been seared into my brain that I would rather be in pain than nauseous. I would much rather be in pain than nauseous, because at least with pain I know what it is, I know what's causing it. With nausea, I just wanted to be over with as quick as possible. Just be done with it. It was such a bad feeling. And I felt like I wanted to throw up, but I knew if I did, it would be just bile and it would hurt. So I'm like, I gotta eat something to settle my stomach. Then I gotta make sure I don't get nauseous. No, mind it, I still had to go to work the next day. It wasn't like it was a day off or nothing. No, I still had to go and do my thing the next day. That didn't stop nothing. Injuries don't stop anything. It's just how you work around them. And another thing too, I was on crutches for about. The doctor said I should have been on crutches for about 2 weeks. I was on it for a week because I don't care what anyone says. Them crutches underneath your armpits, that gets uncomfortable too, and that hurts as well. I don't care what no one says. As you see people with crutches, they have their towel under, like that helps. It doesn't, because if you're using that to support your weight, it starts digging into your armpits, and that thing hurts. Okay, crutches suck, and I hated being on them. Even though it was for a week, even though I was on them for a week. The moment I was able to put some weight on my foot, I started putting weight on it. That probably slowed down my process, and probably my foot still pops every now and then now, but I couldn't do the crutches, and I couldn't do the pain pills. So that's why I don't take pain pills to this day. And that happened, that bad foot sprain I had, that happened that had to be almost, that was almost 18 years ago when I got that really bad sprain on my foot. And to this day, I don't do pain pills just because of how nauseous they make me. So all in all, hey, you do what you can, you handle what you can tolerate. Some people may need it for pain management. That's fine, no big deal. Just try to avoid that addiction part of it. That was another thing too that I was always leery of, just becoming dependent on that to help with pain. So that's the reason why I've never done any like pain pills like that. And that's also a reason why I don't do them now, because one, I don't want to become dependent on anything like that, and two, the nausea. I cannot deal with that level of nausea. So just a cautionary tale. Hey, know what your body can handle, know what you can do, and if you do got to take that medicine, make sure something on your stomach. Follow the orders, please, because sometimes, especially as black people, we tend not to follow doctor's orders because we know better than the doctor. All right. In some cases, you may, because you know your body better. You know your body better than the doctor. But in the same token, don't discount that person's experience and their knowledge. They studied this thing, so they may have a little more insight on how the human body works. Maybe not how your body works, but the human body works all in all. So yeah, listen to your doctors, folks. Peace.